Imagine waking up one morning, ready to start your day. You go to buy coffee, but your card is declined. You try an ATM, but it won't give you any cash. You check your banking app, and a chilling message appears. Account access temporarily suspended. Panic sets in. This isn't a scene from a movie. It's a reality that has unfolded for millions of people overnight. For them, the system they trusted with their life savings simply stopped working. We're taught from a young age that banks are the safest place for our money. We see them as impenetrable vaults, fortresses of finance where our hard-earned cash is stored under lock and key, waiting for us whenever we need it. But what if I told you that's not quite how it works? The reality of the modern banking system is far more complex and in some ways far more fragile than most of us realize. When you deposit your money into a bank, it doesn't just sit in a designated box with your name on it. Instead, it enters a vast, interconnected system. Your money is pooled with deposits from thousands, even millions of other customers. The bank then takes a large portion of this pooled money and lends it out to other people and businesses in the form of mortgages, car loans, and business loans. This is how banks make their profit, by charging interest on these loans. They are legally required to keep only a small fraction of all deposits on hand as actual cash. This is known as fractional reserve banking. This system works perfectly fine day to day. Most people don't need all their money at once, so the small reserve of cash is usually enough to handle daily withdrawals. But what happens when confidence starts to crumble? Imagine news breaks about a major bank being in trouble. Maybe there are rumors of bad investments or a looming economic downturn. Fear is contagious. People start to worry about the safety of their own money. And when they get scared, they do the most logical thing. They try to withdraw their cash. This is what's known as a bank run. It's not just one or two people heading to the ATM. It's thousands all at once demanding their money. But remember, the bank has lent out most of its deposits. It simply doesn't have enough physical cash to give everyone their money back at the same time. The ATM network quickly runs dry. The tellers at the branches are overwhelmed. The digital systems buckle under the pressure of countless transfer requests. The bank is facing a liquidity crisis. To prevent a complete and catastrophic collapse, the banks and the government are forced to take drastic measures. The easiest and fastest way to stop the bleeding is to hit the off switch. They freeze withdrawals. This means your debit cards stop working. Your online transfers fail. You can't access your savings. Your account, for all practical purposes, is frozen. It's a shocking move, a decision made in boardrooms that instantly impacts the lives of millions. People are suddenly cut off from their own money, unable to pay for groceries, rent, or medicine. In these moments of crisis, governments often step in to support the banking system. They might offer emergency loans to the banks or guarantee customer deposits up to a certain amount. New regulations can be introduced overnight, imposing limits on how much cash you can withdraw each day. These actions are taken to restore stability and prevent the panic from spreading to other banks, which could trigger a full-blown collapse of the entire financial system. The priority becomes saving the system itself. For the people living through this, it's a harsh and unforgettable lesson. They learn that the money in their bank account isn't just their property. It's a liability on the bank's balance sheet. It's a promise from the bank to pay them back. When the system is under stress, that promise can be temporarily suspended. You realize that your access to your own funds is entirely dependent on the stability and decisions of institutions far beyond your control. You are part of a system, and sometimes you are at its mercy. This isn't just a theoretical scenario. It has happened in various forms in countries around the world, from Greece during its debt crisis to Cyprus and even Lebanon more recently. Each time, the story is a variation on the same theme. A loss of confidence leads to a run on the banks, which forces the authorities to restrict access to money. The entire global banking system is built on a single, powerful, yet invisible foundation: trust. As long as we all believe our money is safe, the system functions. But the moment that trust evaporates, the system can freeze. So when those accounts were frozen, who was it really meant to protect? The answer is sobering. The measures were not primarily designed to protect the individual customer. They were implemented to protect the banks themselves and the broader financial system from imploding. The freezing of accounts is the system's emergency self-preservation mechanism. For the person unable to buy food for their family, this is a bitter pill to swallow. It reveals a fundamental truth. In a crisis, the survival of the institution often takes precedence over the needs of the individual. Banking works